everyone. My name is Nekme Obasoge. I'm here in the studio today with Mr. Daniel Edo Oba all the way from Benin City. We're going to be discussing about traditional rulers in Nigeria and their relationship with the government. Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Hello, good evening from Nigeria.
Good morning from Canada. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Daniel.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we're going to be discussing about traditional rulers in Nigeria, why they don't involve in politics in the country. Recently, the Oba of Benin said politicians should not subject Edo State into a war zone. Okay, this idea of political neutrality among Nigerian traditional rulers. So, the Oba of Benin said he is not partisan. He keeps saying that he's not partisan and he's not endorsing any one of the candidates right now because he's not partisan. I have an article written by, I'm going to read the article right now. Okay, the article was written by Husma, former permanent secretary in the presidency. Okay, according to Husma, traditional institutions as custodians of tradition and culture should preoccupy themselves with maintenance of peace and security at the state and grassroots levels. They should also seize upon their closeness to their subjects to articulate their interests and put them across as shopping lists to any candidate who, out of respect, may pay homage to them during their political campaigns. They must be seen to demonstrate by their actions and utterances political neutrality. In that regard, it is only then that they would continue to maintain their dignity, occupy moral high ground, safeguard their offices and independence, command the respect of all, and be in a position to play their three roles in the event of disputes. So, Mr. Daniel, you heard that.
Well, originally, our traditional institutions, the constitution does not provide a specific rule for our traditional rulers. They are there. I'm very happy that Nigerians still maintain our traditional institutions to preserve our rich cultural heritage. Like those in the French assimilation policy of assimilation, most of their traditional institution has been swallowed up by the French. But here in Nigeria, our traditional institutions are still being reverend. They are still being highly regarded in the scheme of things. When they speak, it says they have spoken the mind of the people. More especially from those of us who are from the Benin speaking area, the Edos. We highly reverend our Oba. In everything we do, when he talks, it's as if we respect our Oba even more than the government. And this is because of our rich cultural heritage. So I must commend the Oba when he said that the neutrality, though some of our traditional rulers are still not maintaining that neutrality in politics, you won't blame them because it's as if you just left them to maintain traditional institutions and pay them money. And most of them are still very young and eager and want to go into political business. But I must say, our Alba, even in actions, if you watch our traditional rulers, more especially the Obas, right from even when the Oba Ewa was at the Daken, he never wore English attire. The bead, which is gladdens our heart, when you see the handsomeness of a Benin man with his beard and white, that gives us it shows that with a long time in history, Benin tradition will be highly reverend and regarded.
Yes. So I like the first sentence here that says traditional institutions as custodians of tradition and culture should preoccupy themselves with maintenance of peace and security. When you look at what the Oba said the other time after the protest that happened in front of the Oba Palace, He said that politicians should not subject Edo State into a war zone, a kind of maintaining peace in the state, because the Oba always stands for peace in the state. Okay, and recently we saw that Sanusi visited Kaduna. You know that the issue that Sanusi was having with Ganduji, the governor of Kaduna, he was partisan, of which traditional rulers in Nigeria are supposed to maintain neutrality in politics. So yesterday he visited Kaduna and the crowd was obvious. I'm going to play the video. Hello, Mr. Daniel. The welcoming of Sanusi
Yes,
in Kaduna, it was like even
uh,
the president will not receive that type of reception from the people they love and the crowd. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
well, it is rather very unfortunate for the Kano Emirate. Kano Emirate is one of the oldest emirates we can have in the north, just as we have the Sokoto Caliphate. It's an old empire in the north, and one would have expected that uh, since it's not hereditary, they must be very careful in their selection of who becomes the emir. Sanusi, right from the time he was CBM governor, had been very vulgar. In fact, I know he ran into problem with the former president of Nigeria, Jonathan, President Goodluck Jonathan.
Mm,
You know, somebody who wants to preserve the heritage, the cultural heritage of the people, must be very calm in nature, not being politically active, just like what you see in the likes of our Oba of Benin.
mm.
He has a responsibility to protect the rich cultural heritage of their people. And I think this is a lesson for those kingmakers of this Kano Emirate on the kind of person. Don't forget, it seems as if history is working against Sanusi anyway. They said his grandfather was also dethroned
The truth,
when
yeah. Mm,
his
yeah.
grandfather was also dethroned. You know, it's a lesson to the kingmakers of the Kano Emirate that henceforth anybody so selected must be one who is not politically active. Sanusi has always been involved in a lot of controversy. Even a lot of people before the dethronement said he will resign and want to contest as president of the country.
Instead,
That
yes.
yes,
Yes.
yes, that he wanted to resign and contest as president of Nigeria, and his statement was now becoming insulting to the government.
Mm,
So it was expected that he would be dethroned. But however it means, politics is different from traditional heritage. And that is a lesson for the Kano Emirate that henceforth anybody selected must be calm in nature, must be ready to preserve the rich cultural heritage of the people. Kano Emirate is one of the oldest emirates in the, you can think of the north, where we have Kanami,
mm,
Bornu,
mm.
and Sokoto Caliphate. So they should be able to see respecting or keeping the heritage from time immemorial. If you watch the way the Benin's have been going, it has always been
Mm.
the even if you have to modelize it, it has always been that very very straightforward.
But yes.
But we just believe that the these kingmakers should now know who are politically minded
Mm.
and not be selected as emir so as to keep their rich cultural heritage to themselves.
Yes.
Well, Sanusi will be celebrated because that is where he belongs. He
Mm,
like writing books. Is more. I look at it as more of activist
mm,
than a traditional
a ruler.
institution.
Mm,
Yes.
mm, mm. That's what some people were saying, that he should better go run for president than being a traditional ruler. Since he cannot maintain the neutrality that many traditional rulers are maintaining in the country, because he's going to contradict his position anyway. Like what I just read from the article right now, that traditional rulers should maintain respect by being neutral in politics in the country. And it's true. Hold on, let me just quickly see this article again. Okay, he said that they must be seen to demonstrate by their actions and utterances political neutrality. In that regard, it is only then that they would continue to maintain their dignity, occupy moral high ground, safeguard their offices and independence, command the respect of all, and maintaining neutrality is very pivotal in the country among traditional rulers in Nigeria. So, moving forward with our daily political analysis on Nebo TV today, what is going on in Edo State right now? The campaign is
Well,
kicking off.
the campaigning is still on. They are still campaigning. The campaigning is on. Yesterday, PDP also did roadshow led by the former House of Rep member, Honorable Mosede. They were
Mm,
at a GRO area. So
mm,
also the APC also strategized with the wife of the candidate, Yamu, also
mm,
doing her own thing.
mm.
So it's still campaigning. On Wednesday, I think the governor will start Edo South campaigning, visiting Edo South area, and I think they said on Wednesday he will be at Ovia. So the campaigning is still
Yeah,
on.
kicking off.
Uh,
Yeah.
so, yeah, they are still doing the thing. Just
Election
of
is election is just a few days,
mm,
few weeks ahead, Mr. Daniel.
yes, few weeks ahead. On the 19th, we do hope that very soon they are like the PDP. I know they are using Edo South to round up their campaign, why they can still do their mosquito campaigning and door to door or word to word campaigning.
So, right now, Adam Soshomole has disappeared from the screen. We don't
Well,
see him anymore.
for some time now, we have not seen him going with Isaiah campaigning. We have not seen
Yeah.
him campaigning. Yeah, maybe it was one of the agreement of the caution from Aso Rock, but since then we have not seen him feature in any campaign rally of the APC candidate.
Only God knows what they told him in Aso Rock. Only God
Yeah.
knows, because
Mm,
it won't reveal everything.
yes.
Yeah, it won't reveal everything. But at least with his comment the other side, it was crystal clear to many of us that he was cautioned. He was
Mm,
cautioned. And since then, we have not been seeing him kneeling down begging people for votes anymore. It's very quiet now. Maybe he went back home to go relax himself. It's just too much of him. As an elder statesman, he's not the only former governor of Edo State. We have Oyego there. We have many other people who are former governors of states in Nigeria. They are not like Adam Soshomole. I don't know why he's trying, over representing himself in the politics of the state. That is why people refer to him as a godfather. He's played the role of a godfather. You know, as a former governor of a state, you have the right to support any candidate. Nobody can take that right away from you. It's a democratic right. However, you don't over represent yourself, acting as if you are the candidate. That's what we are talking about. He has the right to support any candidate for sure. He can even campaign for candidates, but he's taking it too personal that is exacerbating violence in the state. That's why we are concerned about his involvement in politics, in Edo State politics. Yeah. So beside that, what else is going on? Everything is okay in Edo State. No more violence as far as Adam Soshomole is not appearing anymore. At least everywhere will be a little bit peaceful because he's the one cause he's the root cause of violence in the state. Without him, right from the day Adam Soshomole came to Benin, I remember a few weeks ago when he appeared and saying that he decided to visit Benin at night time so that he will avoid some people, some haters. Since then, there have never been peace in the state because of Adam Soshomole. So he should go back to where he came from. I don't know where the other night when he came was coming from somewhere. He should go back there and let peace reign in Edo State. Okay. So right now everything is a little bit peaceful. No more violence. No more attack in the state. Right, Mr. Danny?
Yes, well, apart from yesterday, the deputy governor briefed that there's a threat to his life, and yes, the deputy governor did brief that there was a threat to his life, that they are planning to assassinate him. Informing the yes that he was informing the security. These politics. He also sympathized with those attack on the convoy, even that of the APC. But however, there's relatively peace. We have not been seeing open confrontation between the two major parties in the Edo State. So it's still peaceful as it is. The campaigning is still going on. It's still peaceful. We have not heard of any clashes, apart from when the deputy governor was saying about in Onwa, where person were killed or something like that during the campaign or so. So, but however,
Someone was
within yes, that was why when the deputy governor was briefing yesterday in Onwa, mentioning Onwa. I think whether it was among the APC rally or so, confrontation. But however, generally it has been peaceful. We want to give it that it has been peaceful. We have not heard of so much of it. It's now dwell on the security agent to tighten up their security details and ensure that election comes out free, fair, and very credible at the end of the day.
I will check the news about this. I do have a video. The
Yeah,
video.
well, I think I do, but whether I can search for it now, let me
Mm,
see. Hmm. It was a part of the briefing of the deputy governor yesterday.
okay, okay. Let's just come back again discuss about that separately. Let's use that video. Guys, we have to end this show so that we'll pull out the video before then.